Hello, good morning. How's it going? So good to see you. I can't really see you. I wish I could see your lovely faces, but I trust that you're out there living it up, watching these videos. Thank you so much. Um, as per previous videos, I wanted to share some accountability with my painting and my dreams of becoming a muralist. So here is a new one that I'm working on. Ooh, ah. I should do that a little slower. You get the idea. I'm working on a new painting. Um, it's one of those IKEA tabletops. It's perfectly square, and it looks like a Polaroid picture right now the way I painted it. I love painting on these, so hooray for dumpster diving in alleyways. Free canvas. Alright, so I have a tidbit for you today. It is a journal exercise. I'm like this floating head today. I really got to work on a setup. Maybe once I get the painting thing rolling, I will figure out my YouTube skills. Okay, but anyways, so a lot of the teachers that I talk about on these videos talk about doing thought downloads or dumps, where, I talk a lot about changing your mindset, and one of the first ways to do that is to first get a handle on what the heck is going on up there in the first place, and you got to write it down. There's something about taking it from the brain to the hand to the pen to the paper, old-fashioned writing on with pen and paper. Get that shit out of your head. So you do what's called a dump. So I recommend this exercise when you feel yourself kind of getting off the trail a little bit as far as feeling negative. For me, a clue that I need to do this is I have these like habitual places that I spiral into, like ruminating over things that are wrong with my body. So I have like three favorites that I like to obsess over and worry about. I have a cowlick in my hair that I'm convinced is a bald spot, so I'll get freaked out about that. I worry about my teeth, and I worry that my arms are too big. So I'm sure you all have something that's like your pet thing to freak out about or worry about. So for me, if I'm like obsessing over one of those things, or if I'm starting to feel depressed, or if I'm just feeling low energy or negative, that shit with me in my brain, it can spiral out of control really quickly. So I like to catch it. And so what I do is what some people call a download or a dump, where I just set a timer for whatever my time allows. But so like if I have somewhere to be, I'll do it for like 2 to 4 minutes, and that's usually plenty. I call it what's the down low, like what's getting me down, what's dragging me down low. So I let out the down low, and I just write. And so yesterday I did it for about 2 minutes, I think 2 to 4, and I came up with a paragraph, all that, and it's just uncensored. What's the negative chatter that's going in my brain? So, and it was just talking about the feelings that I was feeling. So I was like melancholy, I was blue, I was ruminating, I was talking about what I thought was wrong with me that day. I think I had a funky interaction with someone. A dog barked at me, and oh, it doesn't like single girls. Like, that's what the owner said. So just little things like that, I caught all those, put them on paper. But then there's an important next step. So when I was learning how to do all this, I felt like it kind of stopped at just dumping it all out on the page. And that can be helpful to just get it out. But I like to do something with it all. So then what I did was I went through and I picked out any actual feelings I could pick out. So like melancholy. I was feeling some dread with like school being back in session and feeling behind there. Blue, sad, overwhelmed, lonely. I was craving food, insecure, worry, fear. I just got a list of feelings. Some came out in the down low, and some I just sort of realized from the negative thoughts I was having. And then I realized like a lot of these feelings kind of clump together, right? So I looped in melancholy, blue, sad, lonely, and heavy. I put all those together. And then I thought, okay, what's the opposite of this? What do I want to feel? I know I don't want to feel like this. What do I want to feel? And so I wrote uplifted. Then I noticed there was another category of dread, overwhelmed, insecure, worry, fear. Those I clumped all together, and I was like, okay, what's all that? What do I want to feel instead? And that was that all is well. So the reason this works for me is because it's not just arbitrary affirmations like, I just want to be happy and I'm going to make an affirmation to feel happy. That shit doesn't work. But if it's something where I'm taking some negative thoughts that I'm actually having, and I can kind of look at them and feel like, oh, they're there, be gentle with myself about it and honor that I'm having those feelings, but then be like, what do we want to feel instead? And I didn't put any pressure on myself to like hurry up and feel uplifted and to stop feeling so scared because all is well. I just wrote that stuff down that I wanted to feel. I ended up coming up with about 4 or 5 affirmations based on that first down low. And then I took those off the like scrap paper and I wrote them out nicely on a new piece of paper, and I just carried it with me. And it worked. And my day ended up I turned it around. It was still a little low energy, but I felt a lot better. And I remember coming home last night just feeling so deeply satisfied and so content and just really grateful that I was able to kind of right the ship when it was getting a little wobbly. So I hope this helps you. Let me know if you have any questions, because I am trying to squeeze these tidbits into 4 or 5.5 minutes. But please feel free to let me know what works for you, what doesn't, what you want to know more about, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.